Found Object Texture Rubbings with Ms. Boley, Part 2. So in the last lesson, we learned how to do texture rubbing with crayons and colored paper and found objects. This time, we're going to take those texture rubbings and we're going to make an art piece with overlapping shapes. And of course, we're hopefully going to have fun as well. So you're going to cut out shapes from those texture sheets we made last time. So you're gonna need those sheets that you had from last time. And I also have a template with some triangles, a heart, and a couple squares. So you're gonna need those templates, some scissors and glue, and a marker or a pen or pencil to trace out shapes using the templates that we're gonna cut out. So if you need to pause and go grab that stuff, you go ahead and do that now. So here is my template. So this says to cut one. So I'm gonna cut out all the shapes from my printed template. There we go. If you don't have a printer, no worries. You can just cut out a heart, a triangle, and 2 squares. I'm gonna grab some of my favorite textures that I made, and I'm going to trace the shapes from my template. So again, I'm going to hold the shape in place. This is quite tricky. Just do your best. Hold the shape in place with one hand and carefully trace with the other hand. And I don't mind having a large line, a thick line around it. I think that actually makes it look cool. So there we go. That's my heart. Now I'm going to repeat that with the other shape. So I have 2 squares and I'll be tracing around them. Here's my second square. And then I also have 2 triangles to trace as well. So it says cut 2. That's how I know I have 2 to trace. Tracing, I'm picking out parts of my texture sheet that I really like, that I think are interesting. So now I've got all my shapes ready and traced. Now I'm going to use my scissors and cut them out. There we go. So now I'm gonna glue and assemble my shapes into an art piece. So I'll be needing some glue to do that. It could be either white glue or a glue stick. Either will work. I'm gonna use white glue for this because I think that with my crayons, white glue will stick a little bit better. Just use whatever you have. So I'm gonna do some light drizzles of glue. We don't wanna have any glue puddles. Just wanna have some light drizzles on the back of my square shape. So I'm gonna have my big square being my background and my smaller square going on top of that and overlapping it. So I'm going to try my best to place it mostly in the middle, and then I'm going to gently smooth it out. And then here's a cool trick. You're going to flip over your art and rub the back, and it's going to help those 2 pieces of paper stick together really well. So now I am going to take my triangles and my heart. I want my heart to be in the front. I could maybe have a triangle overlapping it if I wanted, but I do want my heart to be in the foreground. So I'm gonna arrange it so that I'm happy with how it looks. So I like the 2 triangles on the sides like that. I'm gonna rub the back there, and then I'm gonna place my heart to be the final shape that's closest up to the viewer. There we go. So now if I want to, I can take some markers or other materials and I can add some cool detailing to anything that I want to like make stand out. So I'm just using a marker to draw in between the texture lines there. And that's an optional stage. And then there's my final quilt square. That's it. I hope you had fun making this texture project. I cannot wait to see all of the cool texture rubbings that you made. That is it. Thank you so much for watching.